Alright, welcome to our first introductory lesson of how to play keyboards, or the keyboarding class that we are going to learn here at ISG Jubail. In order to start with keyboards, or keyboarding, you need to first divide the keyboard into usable chunks, or octaves. 8 notes makes up an octave. So the first way that I like to break it down visually is to look at the groups of black notes on the keyboard. If you look, there's a group of 3 black notes and a group of 2 black notes. And if we can play a little song to help us remember by rolling our knuckles on the 3 and then banging on the 2. So if you do that, you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 2. Now if you look at the group of 2, right to the left, touching that is the C. And we're going to start with our right hand only, and you're going to name your thumb 1, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm holding my hand like this so that you can see the notes, but when you're playing you're actually going to have your hand up like this so that your wrist is straight, and you're going to be pressing those notes. So, okay, so your first lesson is to identify the keyboard, break it into smaller chunks, find the C by going the group of 3, the group of 2, and the 1, and putting your thumb on that 1. And then each of your corresponding fingers are going to go to the subsequent notes. So, right, there's your 5-finger pattern. So whenever I refer to a 5-finger pattern, that's what I'm going to be talking about, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And if you do the same thing with your left hand, you'll see that they're a mirror. So where your pinky is where your thumb is. So thumb and pinky correspond. So, and usually I have my beginning piano students do this about 10 times or 20 times in a row just to get themselves used to this 5-finger pattern. So, and so on and so forth. Then moving on from there, once you've got that, so at this point you could stop the video and practice those things. But once you've earned that or achieved that 5-finger pattern, then you're going to move to playing 1, 3, and 5. So your first finger, your third finger, and your 5th finger. And they're going to go on C, E, and G. Or I may refer to them as C, E, G, or 1, 3, 5. You'll hear me say 1, 3, 5 a number of times. But if you go 1, 3, 5... that's going to be your first major chord. So C major. If I ever say C major, you're going to go 1, 3, 5. And there's your C chord. And you can play just the C in the bass and then the C chord in the right hand. So and you go back and forth just a number of times. And once again, that's 1, 3, 5. Some students will want to play like this. Some students will want to go like this. There's many different variations of that, but remember the only correct finger position is 1, 3, and 5. And you're going to have to raise your wrist up so that it is in a comfortable position. Don't have your wrist down here or it will be almost impossible to get them into the right position. So keep your wrist straight and use the correct fingers and you'll be on your way to playing a major chord. That's lesson 1.